Hello everyone, welcome to Pepcoding. This is the last video of the string module, and in this video we'll be learning about the built-in function that is being provided by the Python for string manipulation. Before learning about the functions on the strings, let's look it out how basically we can use these functions, how to use these functions, how to use functions. The first thing is that as these are the functions that is being provided to manipulate these strings, so these functions can only be used on strings. So these functions can be used only on strings. Either you can have a value or you can have a variable that holds the string. What I mean to say, for example, you have a value, this is the value, and or you can have a variable, for example the name, and let's suppose the name is Rahul. So either you can use the function on directly on the value, or you can have the value stored in that variable, and on that variable you can use the functions. Now what is the signature to write a function? Write the string, either value or its variable, a dot, and the function name, and this should be the function name. This is how basically you use strings functions in Python. Not only in Python, in most of the programming languages, this is the way how you actually call functions, or how actually you use functions on the values. So we'll be looking the first function, which is an len function. It basically termed as length function. What it returns you the length of the string. It returns the length of the string. Now which string length it returns? On the string it will call, on which whatever maybe the string. For example, the string is pep, and if I call len function, it will return me the 3, because this string length is 3. Let's look it out to some more example. If I have, let's suppose, a name, and in which I'm returning Pepcoding, I'm writing Pepcoding. Now if I call a length function, name.len, what it should return? It will return me the entire, the length, the number of characters present in the string basically. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, it will return me the 9. Why? Because the total 9 characters are present in the string, so it is returning me the 9. Let's suppose I have one more string, str, and the value I push is 1 2 3 4 5. What should be the output? str.length. What will be the output? You won't get any output. You know why? Because basically this is not a string. This is not a string. In the very first class I have told you, to create a string you have to enclose it within a single or a double quote. So if you enclose it, then you will get an output that there are basically 5 characters are present. So your output will be 5. So remember this point, that the string functions can only be called on the string values or on the variable that holds the string values. Now, and what is the use of length function? It basically returns you the total characters present in the string, total characters present in string. Now let's look it out to the second function. The second function is capitalize. This function basically refers to a term capital. Capitalize is a function and it refers to capital. What this function does, basically this function makes first alphabet of a string in caps lock. Caps lock, basically it means in capital letter, in capital letter. For example, if I call this function, let's suppose I have a string str equals to Pepcoding, and if I call str dot capitalize, now what it returns, it will return me the copy of str only, but where the first character will be in caps lock, will be in capital. Now let's suppose if you have a string in a form of a sentence, if you have a last sentence like I love my country, I love my country, I love my country. So what it will make, if you will call str dot, if you will call these, that the same function only, str dot capitalize, it will make I in caps lock and it will return the same string as it is. So we have gone through the second function also. What it basically does, it makes the first alphabet of the string in caps lock, in capital letter, in capital letter. So what capitalize does, first alphabet in capital letter, first alphabet of the string in capital letter. Now the third function is really an important function, and this function is find substring. I would like to explain you. So what is the third function? The third function was find. The function name is find function. What it basically does, it basically on the string values in which on which you will call a find function, and you have to pass some parameter over here. The parameter will be a substr. What does this mean? This means basically a substring. Now what is substring? What is substring? Substring is nothing but is just a small part of a string, small part of a string. And we know it to identify or to find the small part, to find the small part of a string. What we do slicing. In the last module, in the last videos only, we have learned this, how to do slicing on a string. If you haven't watched it, go and just watch it out, that video. So what substring means? Substring just simply means that picking out the small part of a string. So what this find function does, find function, whenever you call a find function, you pass a substring in it, and it basically searches that small part, whether that small part is present in the entire string or not. For example, if you have looked it out on Chrome browser, when you press Ctrl F, in not only on Chrome browser, in most of the PDF viewer softwares, you can find it out. Whenever you press Ctrl F, there is a pop-up in which if you will type anything, that particular word will get searched on the entire page. This is what the find function does. When you pass a small string, in the entire string object or in the entire string value, that small string is being searched. And if it present, it returns you that where actually that string is present. It returns you the starting index of it. For example, if you will look an example over here, I have a string over here. Now if on this string I'll call a find function and I'll pass a small string, co. Small string means a substring. This is basically nothing but it's just a substring. So what the interpreter does, it starts searching whether this particular word is present inside the string or not. It will look it up. As soon as the first character of the substring match with the character present in the string, it will return its index. What's the index of it? 0, 1, 2 and 3. So it will return you the 3. And if let's suppose I call str.find by passing, let's suppose, h e. Is h present in Pepcoding? It will search it out whether h is available in this given string. If not, it will return you the -1. So this basically function, this find function help us in finding whether the given string is present in the object, in the string value on which that function is called. So what substring function does? The third one. What substring function does? It performs searching. It performs searching. And you have seen the real life example of this searching only. Whenever you press Ctrl F, you have to type a word and that particular word will get searched in the entire document. And if it is present, you will be able to see that word. If not, it will return you the 0 value or the -1 value. Now, this is the advanced part of the find function. Let's look it out, this one, where you have 3 parameters. If you can clearly look it out, you have a substring part, but you have a start index as well as an end index. Sorry. Now, let's look it out. The advanced version, str of now, this is a string we have. And if let's suppose you are calling a find function. So what are parameters that you have to pass in this? First one will be a substring that you want to search it. Let's suppose I want to search whether this word exists in my string or not. Now you can again pass from where you want to start searching until where you want to perform searching. Until where you want to perform searching. This will be the end idea. Now, how this will work? You will define a certain start index. Let's suppose you have a define the start index as 6. So the ender bidder comes to 6 index. 6 index. So it will mark a pointer over here. It will mark a pointer over here. It will simply mark a pointer over here. You have defined an end index. Let's suppose you have defined the end index as 15. So what will happen? Now again mark the indexing 6. This is the space which is also a character. So this will also get marked as an index. Now, so we have 15 over here. Now, what will happen? It will mark the start index and it will mark the end index. And end index will not be exactly the end index. It will always be end index -1. So it will get marked till 14 only. Now, in the entire string from 6 to 14, from 6 to 14, it will search whether anything with AMA is present or not. It will start searching and it will find that AMA is not present. It is present in the entire string, but before 14 and after 6, AMA is not present. In this part of the string, AMA is not present. So it will return you the -1. If you change the end index, let's suppose end index is changed to something around 18. Then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then the searching will get performed from 6 to 18. From 6 to 18 and you will find AMA. So what it return? It will return you the start index of A. And that will be the answer will be 14. Now, as we were having the find function, why we need this advanced find function? This basically helps us in performing this searching operation in an efficient way. For example, if you have a file in which lakhs of lines of code is written, and if you want to search any particular word, let's suppose if you want to search good, and if the searching starts from 0th line till the 99999, 99,999 lines, then it will take more time. It will take more time. Therefore, they actually give you and more option that you can define a start index. You can define the start index, and also you can define the end index. So that if suppose you define the start index around 500, so the searching will start from the 500th line. And if you define the end as 7,500, so it will perform the searching from the starting till the ending, or n minus 1, but in a large case considered as end only. So the searching will get performed in this, and it will actually save our time. It will actually save our time. So this is why if you are performing searching on a small portion, you can perform directly. And if you have an information that I want to perform searching in this much part of my file, then define the start and the end terms. Now, so what is the use case of this? To perform searching efficiently. To perform searching efficiently. To perform searching efficiently, we use this find function. Now we have the fifth function. What this function means is ALNum. It basically pronouns is alpha numeric. Now, AL refers to alpha and NUM refers to numeric. Numeric basically means numbers, alpha means alphabet. So if you call this functions on any string value, it basically search whether in that string alphabet or numeric value is present or not. For example, I have a string pep123, and if I call str dot is alphanumeric, so it will search whether in the string alphabets are available. Yes, so it will return you the true. If suppose in your string only numbers are available, 5479, it will perform a searching like alphabets are available in my string. No, numbers are available. Yes, so it will return you the true. So whether your string has only alphabets, it returns true. If only alphabets are available, if only numbers are available, and if both are also available, it will return. If both are available, then also it will return you, then also it will return you the true. But so in which case it returns you the false? In which case it will return you the false? If you have an empty string, that means neither it is having alpha, neither it is having alphabets, nor it is having numbers, then in that particular case it will return you the false, that it is not alphanumeric string, because neither it is having alpha nor it is having numbers. Then that particular string is not alphanumeric, so it will return you the false. So what this alphanumeric function does? Checks for alphabets as well as numbers. If both are not available, then only it returns you the false. If anyone is available, it will return you the true. The sixth one is the name itself specify is alpha. It searches only for the alphabet. It performs searches only for the alphabet. So if your string has only alphabets, for example your name, then it will return you the true. If your string is empty, so that means no alphabets are available, so it will return you the false. And if the string has numbers in it, then also it will return you the false, because you don't have alphabets. This is what alphanumeric does. Similarly, you have a function isDigit. This basically searches whether your string has only digits, whether your string has digits in it or not. If yes, it will return you true. If your string has only characters, for example ABC, it will return you the false. This is what it does. Now, again, you have a function termed as is the lower. Is lower. If in your string, every character is written in its lower case, if it is like A, B, C, D, if every individual character, if every individual character is written in lower case, then it returns you the true. If in a string anything is written in uppercase, it will return you the false. It will return you the false. So if in your string everything is lower, every individual character is written in lower case, then only it returns you true, otherwise it returns you the false. Now again you have a function. Now you have a function termed as is space. Now, if in your string space is available, if space is present, it returns you the true. If in your string space is not available, that means it is being just enclosed within two double quotes and nothing is written between them, then it will return. If a space is not present between them, then it will return you the false. Similarly, for the 10th function is upper, it returns true only when all the characters of a given string is written in an uppercase. For example, you have a string in which everything is written in an uppercase. If this is your string in which one character is in uppercase but others are in lowercase, in that case is upper will return you false. So for its the uppercase will only return true. Uppercase will only returns true only when every individual character present inside the string is in uppercase, then only it returns you the true. Now two more functions left. These functions performs the changes in the string. If you call lower function, it will make the entire string in lowercase. For example, if you have str as pep, it will make the string as pep. If you have a string as 80, it will make only 80 because everything was in lowercase. So, and if your string is, let's suppose, hello, it will make the string as hello. So similarly, so lower function converts every caps lock or every capital alphabet into the lowercase one. Now the 12th function says that the 12th function is an upper function. It's just the vice versa of it is just a vice versa of the lower function. It makes every individual character in uppercase. For example, if you have a string as hello, it will make every individual character as an uppercase. Got it? So I think functions are quite easy to understand because their name specifies their work. The name is sufficient to understand these functions. The most important function over here was the find function. Was these two find functions. The first one where you actually pass the substrings, second one where you define the start index and the end index. So try to practice some few questions on this so that it becomes easy for you to understand how these two functions work. And apart from that, every function name specifies their respective work. So I'll just give you a quick brief. Len, this is the length function which returns you the length of the string. Capitalize function makes first alphabet. Caps lock. Find functions already explained. Is alphanumeric checks for both alphabet as well as numbers. It checks for both. Is alpha, it checks only for alphabets. Is digits, only checks for numbers. Is lower, checks whether every character is in lowercase or not. Is space, will checks whether space is present or not. Is upper, will check whether all the characters are in uppercase or not. Lower function converts every uppercase character into lower one, and upper functions does vice versa of it. Just it makes every individual character in uppercase if they are present in lowercase. So that's all for this video. Here we complete out our string module, and I believe that you will learn this entire string module. Thank you.